I don't know if you can hear how crazy the wind is, but I'm just waiting for one of these roofing panels to go flying. It's making me nervous.
Well, folks, I'm sure you can hear behind me, it is crazy windy out here. We're expecting a horrible, severe weather tonight. Potentially tornadoes is what they're saying. And we still have a tarp on the roof. That's because until today, I couldn't get help to finish out this roof. So again, like in the last video, we have one day to put the other side of the roof on. So let's get this thing done before the storm comes in.
While Dylan is putting on the roofing to the other side of the cabin, I'm gonna get to staining our chicken coop. I'm using this stain, which is actually the same stain that we used on the container and our vents around the pool build. If you haven't seen that, this is just a waterproofing stain and sealer, semi-transparent in Cordova brown, which is what we really like. So I'm gonna get to doing that. And this has been sitting for a good while, so needs a good stirring. I don't know if you can hear how crazy the wind is, but I'm just waiting for one of these roofing panels to go flying. It's making me nervous.
It's quiet up there, see.
Well, folks, it's the day after the crazy storm, and before we go outside and check things out, make sure everything's all right, I wanted to share something with you that I'm very proud of, and it's not like a secret or anything, but I'm standing in one of our guest bedrooms. We have already converted one of our guest bedrooms into a workshop, and now we've converted 2 of our guest bedrooms into workshops, meaning we don't have guest bedrooms anymore. We just have workshops at our house. But this is something I've been working on behind the scenes, and I thought some of you would get a kick out of it and thought it was pretty interesting. I've been building workbenches in this guest bedroom to set up for production of the Proven Hands leather belts that we're coming out with, which actually are launching not this week, but next week. I'll put the date on the screen. It'll be our next video we post. But as you can see, this setup over here, pretty janky. I literally have some 2x4s clamped up here and a light to take my product photos that I've been working on, and the entire setup in here is not dialed in yet at all. And you know, we're launching pretty soon. I need to get it dialed in. One of the things that I have a big problem with in here is I don't have good light, and because it's a bedroom, there is only a ceiling fan with a terrible light on it in here. So what I'm going to do is reconfigure this into a better setup, more permanent setup, and get some better lights in here and try to do something similar over this workbench. So I thought you guys might enjoy following along with this. If you don't, then feel free to skip ahead, but I'm pretty proud of this. It feels like a big moment, and yeah, hope you enjoy. All right, let's get this janky setup out of here. With these vertical boards up, we're obviously going to put a horizontal board, and that's this board right here. But I've gone ahead and I've attached these little bitty brackets for these lights, which are the lights that I've actually used on like pretty much every workshop we've ever had. I've had a lot of luck with them, and these little brackets allow these lights to just snap in, so we won't have to like climb up there and do that once we put this board on. So let's get this horizontal piece up in place, and then we can run these lights. All right, there's only one thing left to do. Let's fire on these lights and see how it looks. Ooh, wait. Yeah, that's gonna be plenty of light. Heck yeah. Well, I am thrilled with the way this turned out. This actually is really cool. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I mounted that photography light up there on a swivel so that it can be pointed at this bigger workbench, which now helps with my no light problem over here a lot. In fact, I might not even need to add more lights over here. And when I need to do photo shots or product shots, I can simply just rotate it down and do them right there, which is going to be great. And if you guys want to build these workbenches, this biggest workbench was like less than 200 bucks to build. This one was even less. I actually have a set of plans that are free that I built these over on Instagram, and I gave people plans for free. So if you want those, I'll leave a link in the description below. These workbenches are super versatile, and I'm loving it. This is going to be great. I really want to get Molly's reaction to this because this room has been sort of a disaster. So let's see if she thinks it's a little better.
Well, that works, huh?
What you think? Pretty cool, isn't it?
It's pretty cool.
Hold on, I gotta show you the best part.
I know it's just 2x4s, but it does look pretty professional.
But professional? Did you really just say it was professional? What am I, some amateur hour? Of course it looks professional. Tell her, Bubba. Say, Daddy's a professional. Yeah, tell him. Dad's a professional. You like that camera, don't you?
What is that thing?
There you are.
Ooh.
Folks, he's grabbing everything now, and he even ate his first little bit of food, carrots. Well, it's more like a carrot smoothie. And then puree. And then, also, guess what? Tell him what you did last night, Bubba. Slept in my own bedroom all by myself in my big boy crib.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Growing up fast.
Yep.
Look at this though. This thing will rotate down. Did you see that?
No.
So look up there. It's got a little thing. And it'll rotate down so I can do my product shots there. And then it's over that so I can work over there.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. This room is like the darkest in the house, so that really helps.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that they put a single light in here that's like not enough to light a bathroom.
We put that in.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's to say that was already there though. Well, folks, we survived a crazy and hectic storm night. I think actually ended up not being as bad as they predicted it to be, so thank the good Lord for that. But we did survive, and the chicken coop looks amazing, sweetie. You did a good job.
I literally hate staining.
Yeah, it's not fun. Appreciate you doing that.
Of course. All for my chickens.
No goodness. With the help of Pops, we did manage to get the entire roof on, with the exception of one tiny little piece here on the end that was just over the eave, so that didn't really matter if it ended up getting wet. However, what you didn't see, because we were in such a struggle to get this roof on, was me putting all the foam insulation up, the battens underneath it. So if you want to see that process, be sure to check the last video on the cabin build. And you also didn't catch all the problems we had while putting this up. If you've been following along for a while, you know that I like to share when I make mistakes. So here's me being super transparent. This side of this cabin is the worst metal roofing job I have ever done. My worst work I have ever done, unfortunately. Something happened. We think it has to do with the eave. not being perfectly square to the gable end. So this long run right here not being perfectly square to this gable end. I haven't figured it out. I haven't wanted to figure it out, but needless to say, we ended up having to shift some of the panels down to get everything running back straight. Thankfully, it's such a short roof and it's on the side that people can't see. And honestly, it's hard to see even when I'm looking, but I just want to be transparent with you guys that this side of the roof did not turn out that well. Not my best work for sure. Man, moving that ladder is rough. I got the measurement for the very last piece, so let's go rip the last piece of tin for the cabin and put it into place. There's a verse in Ecclesiastes that I try to follow in my everyday life, and it goes like this: whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might. And while we had some issues on this roof of the cabin, and it didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it to, we did it with all our might, and that's what matters. The roof is on, we beat the storm, and it's time to move on to closing in on the rest of this cabin and getting this thing done and ready to use. Stay tuned for next week when we're going to be launching the Proven Hands leather belt as well as finishing up the chicken coop. We'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching and all the love and support. Peace.